All right, we're ready to go. All right, today it's 3:11 p.m. Woohoo! Yeah, Wednesday, May the 13th. Oh, what a weird day. I'm Chris Kennedy. We're going to be talking about Dwayne Johnson and a bunch of others, plus 80s, how the 80s are better than today, and how it ties into mental wellness days today, or whatever that is. So today's mental wellness day, so I'm going to talk about a couple of things. If you have questions, answers, and you find something funny, be constructive about it, be kind and polite about it, and you can, if you're a subscriber, comment on the video or go to chrisretrokennedy.com and find me on the contact link. Contact us or contact me and send me an Eva question or a comment or whatever, a response, and we'll get back to you. Also, my email is ckennedy@gmail.com. That's ckennedydgames@gmail.com. All right, we're ready to go. Ready to rock. This is Chris Kennedy. Yeah, and E Pressure. Away we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! Hi, I'm Chris Kennedy, along with Eve Brescia. How you doing, Eve?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, EVB. Tell us about yourself in case everybody should know you by now. We've been doing this for too long, but
We've been doing this for a while.
I would love to continue doing this for the rest of my life until I'm dead. I really would.
We like it. It's something
Which would be
positive.
sooner than later, but go ahead, tell us who you are on the better side of things.
So I'm EVB. I'm a singer, actor, writer, teacher, wannabe roller skater. That's always my plug-in bio. And
Yes.
I am hanging out with the lovely Chris Kennedy. Why don't you tell us who you are?
Thank you for that. Yes. You want me to tell them who I am?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Chris Kennedy. I created this because of Wink Martindale, Stuart Chaffee, Jim Hartz, and who else? A bunch of other idols of mine. Yes, and without them, oh, somebody sending me love. Thank you, Eve.
That was me.
Very kind. I bet now they're going to see that on the screen.
I sent
It's going to be
you
something funny for them to share with us as we look back. But I'm Chris Kennedy anyway, and I've been hosting this show since for like 9 years now. Almost 9 years I've been hosting this show. 9 seasons.
9 years. That's crazy.
Yes, and we're going into a decade next year and the year after. In the next year and a half, we're going into 10 years, a whole decade. But before that, I was hosting our radio show with Chris Kennedy and you for a while, for a long time, and it wasn't the best job I had because it actually sucked. Whatever it did suck, it sucked like shit because I'll tell you why. Because we were working with Blog Talk Radio back then, and they fucked us over. So
that's a shame.
They kept giving us audio-ish problems and video problems. So and we paid them a lot of money. So it was kind of like a contract. They used to be so good. It's a shame because they used to be so good, but the new owners kind of were con shop people, very shady. And they shut it down, so I wish I could sue them and get back every dollar I paid for. But anyway, I did a much better show called Live with Chris and Ronald, my brother Ronald Onion, my brother from another family. Love Ronald Onion. And without him, I would have never done Coffee with Chris Kennedy and you. So, yeah, the show we done with Live with Chris and Ronald, we talked about world problems, mental wellness. We talked about game shows, arcade games, what else? Video games, wrestling, pop culture, Regis Philbin, Gene Rayburn, Ray Combs, anything. We talked about anything that was on our minds, and plus what people sent us, what our friends sent us. So that's what led to Coffee with Chris Kennedy. That's another thing. Without Ronald Onion, Wink Martindale, Jim Hartz, Stuart Chaffee and Jack Cafferty, especially. How could you forget Jack Cafferty? Without him, we would have never done Coffee with Chris Kennedy and you.
That's awesome.
But that's how it came
Just
about.
to kind of hear where you started and where you came from, and doing this for 9 years.
Yeah.
I think you've definitely progressed. I think the more and more continue to do it, your show gets more interesting, more
Oh, thank
engaging.
you. I'm going to learn
And
some Stuart Chaffee, Wade Martindale, and Jack Cafferty. What were you going to tell me? I'm sorry.
oh no, you're good. And yeah, I like being a part of it. It's fun. It's something that I
Oh,
look
thank
forward to.
you.
And I feel like we just talk a lot about it. Talk. We're very interesting people.
Yes,
So
we
we talk
try
a
to
lot
be.
about many
I know
different
you are more
fields.
interesting than me, at least.
No, you're just as interesting.
What
The
do you
thing that
mean?
makes you very
What
interesting
happened? Tell
is
me.
that your knowledge and passion
Yeah.
for like
Yes.
the retro 80s nostalgia 80s world, for games, for game shows, for this down to the style and fashion, the way how seeing how passionate you are about the 80s and your knowledge of it is really cool.
I thank you for that, Eve. I wish I could put more work into it. It comes to dollars, pretty much, and it comes to
Yeah.
making cash and getting more of a loyal friends and true. And the more cash I get, the more I can deliver on my promise, and I can hire some help. Like, oh, shout out to Brandon Hands for tuning in. He's a legend for that. So hopefully I can work with him this summer on making some of my projects happen.
Yeah, so what kind of projects do you work on with Brandon?
Games, music, trying to work on how to get Arcade Challenge into available.
I think the music
A
for games
personal,
is really cool.
yes, to like a personal franchise game show. But yeah, the music you said?
The music that you do for games is really cool, and
Well,
also
thank you.
even
I got to do that more.
Zumba. Well, not Zumba, but what's
You mean my aerobic modeling?
the aerobics stuff? Yeah.
Like the 305. I got to post some of those on my site too. I've just been going for a depression right now. We're going to talk about that in 2 minutes. Three
Yeah.
minutes, 4 minutes, or whatever long. No, it should be longer than 4 minutes, but I'm just having a good time doing this show, I have to tell you. And it's a wonderful show, and I hope you enjoy it. Pardon we have the air conditioning because it was a little warm in the place today, so. But yeah.
Yeah.
Any Anyway, I am glad to do this show. I want to tell you that the human race is like the worst race ever, excluding you, of course, excluding myself, excluding Ronald Onion, Brandon Hands, Remix Plum, and a
There's a
few
couple
other
good
people.
ones.
There's a very few good ones that I know of. Probably more than I feel that I have, but I just feel like every time I go on Instagram, a lot of people like to block me or pretend I never existed, and it's bullshit. I mean, I didn't do anything to them,
I can see how that's hurtful.
and they're very standoffish. That's why I can't trust. I have a friend that I'm working on a music video with. She's going through that same shit, bullshit too.
Yeah, I think we're entering an age of a lot of issues with social media, which I think
Social
social media
media,
was first
yes.
invented to be something that was positive, but there's a lot of negativity attached to it, and it
I'm gonna
also,
tell you something. Social media is meant to hurt people. It's not what it used to be. You're
yeah, it's
right
not what it
about
used to
that.
be. And also, we like think about how messed up this is. We value ourselves based on how many likes we get.
That's bullshit. It should be like having a Shea audience.
Yeah, I don't like how it's very like based, because I don't know. It just seems like nothing that people put on social media anymore is actually authentic things. They're just putting things on social media
Sometimes I
to
feel
get
that YouTube,
likes, and
yeah. Sometimes I
there's so
feel
much
like,
hate. There's so much hate.
yeah, it's like on Instagram is the most worst, and
And
TikTok.
Instagram and TikTok. And what's messed up is that I feel bad for the
Yeah,
kids, the generation of kids that are
so
going,
it's
because they
insane.
value themselves. They're like, oh, I'm
Well,
not good
these are the
enough.
good kids we're talking about, not the shit kids. These are the good
Yeah,
kids.
the poor kids that are posting things and saying,
The
"Oh, I'm not good
innocent
enough
kids
because
like
I don't get
me,
enough likes." Which I'm like, no, that's not true. You are good enough. You don't need
you're good.
likes in
You're
order
well
to
loved the
be
way
good
you
enough.
are. I think
Yeah,
this like shit, as far as this likes bullshit is concerned and this follower shit, I feel that YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are fucking with me as far as I'm concerned because for a long time I hadn't gotten a lot of followers. Meanwhile, I don't think that's true because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, we're watching your stuff." Meanwhile, YouTube doesn't tell me that, or Instagram, or whatever.
yeah,
That's one reason I walked out of fucking TikTok. I was done with that
yeah.
shit.
TikTok's a little scary for. I
TikTok
don't know.
is toxic, and that's why I want to talk about how in the '80s you called people out when they weren't doing their job or when they weren't being kind, or you were very gentle. You were more polite about it than you used to be in the
Yeah,
'80s. You were more polite about it.
I think like back in the 80s, you got on the only type of communication that people had with each other other than in person was over the phone.
You just the phone and maybe the email in some cases and
So
the
it was a
text.
different time. We're living in
They
such a
operated differently, however.
fast-paced
Yes.
society. Because think about this: these are always in our faces. We're always posting. We're always this, and this. And I
And if
think
you
social
wanted a video
media,
chat in the '80s, it would you would have to get a particular system. It wasn't on your phone.
exactly.
But God, what were
I
you telling me? I'm sorry.
I think social media, like, I think the idea of social media was good in the sense of connecting others, but I think it's kind of turned into like just just constant draining, almost just like exacerbated
Yeah.
platform that is taking over, and it's scary.
And AI too doesn't do its job. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Google Gemini. It operates differently than any other AI ever constructed.
I'm not a huge AI person.
Yeah,
I
I'm
try to
using
be
Gemini anyway,
authentic,
but
but I
you
also am
have to
not
be
going to sit
authentic.
here
Yes.
and be mad at people for using AI because I think there's good in AI in the sense of using it for information. I don't use AI to create like artwork stuff. I don't like that, or like AI can't
Well, hey, sometimes
replace
I do that, but only
art.
because I might do that to create artwork, but only because my friends coaxed me into it. And I tried doing that, and it doesn't produce the good products anyway. So I'm kind
Yeah,
of
I think
stuck
it's
up
better for
myself.
like information tool based things like that.
That's why I like
But
to sit in production meetings with you and go over things.
yeah,
So,
but yeah, I think we're living in different times, and I think 80s was different in the sense of communication with people. I think
right.
it was just different.
Yeah, you used to go over each other's houses a lot. You used to want to go over each other's houses. The mall, Beefsteak Charlie's, Pizza Hut, those are the places where they were at. Sometimes you would meet up in the park.
Wow.
Sometimes you would meet up
Pizza
with your
Hut. I haven't heard that
folks.
in a while.
Sometimes you were back when they were good. Yeah, well, they're good again.
Is Pizza Hut still like around?
Yeah, there's very few retro sit-down places. You would meet at a Pizza Hut or a bar or a coffee shop or an old school a retro diner. Those are the places that were hip. Even the movie theaters were hip back then. Or a bowling alley, a roller
Have you
rink.
ever Pizza Hut? Yeah, Pizza Hut's still here, but have you ever heard of what was that place called?
I'm thinking of a roller rink. You are going to be. You will become a roller blader one day, roller skater.
Yeah,
I would love to see you roller
be a roller
skate.
skater. That's an 80s thing.
That's roller skate. I was talking about the roller because I was talking about the roller skating. But what were you saying again? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just had
No,
an
you're
idea.
good.
I was scared that the idea would disappear.
No, you're good. I have ADHD, so I'm a jumper.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm excited.
all right. Do you remember this restaurant?
Yes,
I don't think it's open anymore. It's called Sizzler.
I do. I used to go there all the time, and the last time I got on there was in Florida in 2013. Since then, they got rid of the buffet, but they might bring it
Mm.
back. I
They
heard.
had the buffet, and they had the, I don't know why I
That
remember.
was what we had before China buffets took over Staten Island in 1998. Well,
Yes,
what
I
China
miss that.
buffets used to be there for in the 80s too, in the 70s, yes.
Yeah,
So,
and Sizzler was the
but you,
place to be, man.
yeah,
Like,
there were a lot more Sizzlers or Old Country buffets or Hometown buffets or hibachi grills, whatever. But
there was
yes,
a
I
place.
do
The reason why
remember.
I remember this and why it's so nostalgic. Oh my gosh,
And I
Pizza
can
Hut.
tell you Pizza Hut had their buffet, and Wendy's did too.
I don't know why Pizza Hut reminded me of this, but I remember going to a Sizzler, and this is such a random memory that I have.
Yeah, they
But
did have the buffet, the salad
they
bar.
had the buffet, and I remember going in there. They had the buffet,
Oh my
and they
goodness.
used to have a train that was like on the ceiling, I guess, and it would the train would be going around on the ceiling. I know it sounds crazy, but they used to have like
I
this whole
love that. My goodness.
and it
I
was
do
so
remember
nostalgic. And
that.
I don't know why you just bringing up Pizza Hut was like just popped up a random memory of me
I was
being
talking about that with my life coach,
young.
and I'll get to
Yeah,
that later.
yeah, and just remembering a random memory from my childhood. It's because we're talking about
Yes.
nostalgia right now.
Yeah, and sometimes nostalgia helps us with our mental wellness because today is Mental Wellness Day, I believe, right?
Yeah, well, actually, the whole month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This week specifically, it's National Suicide Prevention Awareness.
Yes.
Um,
And I've dealt with suicide, wanting to do it ever since Michelle, and pretty much before then and after then. So I'm
yeah,
pretty
it's
good
very
about it.
important, to make sure you talk to people about that, get the support you need.
I'll into deep depressions, even in the here and now.
Yeah, it's a part of mental health, man. It really is. And
And
and the
right now,
society that we're living in, it kind of amplifies the mental health now.
yes, and right now I go into this other half of the house in the depression room, where I have a what do you call it? A big bed, a hard bed, or whatever it's called. Well, it's pretty soft actually, but I call it a hard bed. But it's a small 10-inch. You got a small 10-inch television set, and also is like a Fire Stick and a Blu-ray player, and I just watch old retro football games or retro
Well, the
wrestling
retro stuff I
WWF.
think is a good outlet for you, right?
Yeah, retro WWF, and of course Top Gun, 80s movies like Meatballs 2, Top Gun, you name it. I'm always an 80s holic. Like, watch old retro games on CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox,
Yeah.
PRX, you name it, WOR, any of those, PBS. I used to watch the old shows back in the day. But yeah, that's the way to. And I watch the old VHS that I ripped my own personal VHS tapes to MP4 because I own the tape for personal reasons. I don't duplicate them. I don't do that
So,
because
what are some things
I'm
did
not
you think,
super.
that retro that passion that you have with, revisiting 80s stuff like that, that's kind of a good outlet for you that keeps you positive, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because my friends, we had more patience in the '80s. We were we were expected to wait. They wanted us to wait. Like when a new song was coming out on MTV or a new record or new album, like Prince, Michael Jackson, anything like that. We would just wait for it in the mail to get delivered, or or wait in line at the record shop, record store, like the Wiz or Crazy
Yeah.
Eddie, any of those places. Trader
Yeah.
Horn. We'd wait at those lines like you wouldn't believe. Also, if not, you would order it through the phone. You would be in a queue or whatever, a check or a queue or whatever you pronounce that word. And when your spot came up, when you were called in line, they would ship you the order. They would call you to get the order information, and they would ship it to you through the mail.
Yeah.
That's or order from catalogs instead of Amazon. We had like physical catalogs,
Yeah, that was
which they would mail us the Sears catalog every so often, or consumer. What do you call consumer guidance or whatever it's called, consumer guide, or there was service merchandise, Spiegel,
so you
was
grew up in the
Kmart. Yeah, I did. I remember those catalogs. We used to order clothing. We ordered our exercise wear through catalogs, and sometimes we would have to tell them, "Can you special design them?"
Mm.
And they would for an extra charge, I think.
Well, yeah, so
Yeah,
that connection, that kind of helps you through your mental health and stuff. Finding things that you're passionate about.
yeah. I kind of like to think of the '80s and like today's Instagram generation, right? They said they're like always going for likes. They always like to talk about the '80s, and then yet they're going through likes. I'm trying to avoid Instagram at all costs now because we never had that in the '80s.
No.
The only thing I would have if you could pay for it is a site.
Yeah, I feel like more kids played on the playground too.
I like the playground. Yeah, I like to go to the park more so too. I mean, we
Yeah,
made
like you're not really
Karen,
seeing a lot of kids at the park nowadays.
me, Karen, and Tommy Nesta were at the playground filming the music video. That was an exciting time when we did that.
Mm.
But
When's that going to be released?
you'll see how it went when it debuts in June.
That's awesome.
I'm excited for it. I hope you are too.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Yeah,
Excuse me, sorry, I was yawning.
no problem. But what
You
else
gotta
did you want to talk
post.
about? I
You
think
gotta
we
post
talked.
about it.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I'll tell you everybody on the site where you can find it. But however, what else did you want to talk about? I think we talked about mental wellness. I've seen a life coach right now, and we talked about Pizza Hut. Yeah, she's been very helpful. Her name is Jillian Rodman. I want to thank her for giving me these ideas for the show.
That's awesome
And
with the life coach.
had you recommended me to her through DDD.
Yes.
You told me to ask the people at the disability services or the what do you
Yeah,
call
I think it was more
because
positive
they
for
have
her.
anxiety. Go ahead. What?
I think the reason why I recommended, doing life coaching is because I think it's a positive. It's somebody to hold you accountable to help you with your goals
Somebody
and
they will
support,
help you through your goals. Yes,
and especially for mental health, like
they'll talk you through them.
it's life coaching is really nice. It's something that I've looked into possibly getting a license for. I'd love to help coach people.
Hell, I'd
I
like to
feel
get a
like I'm
license for
already
that
kind of
too.
like a mentor as a
I'd like to
person.
get certified. Yes,
Yeah, I'm a
you are a
teacher
mentor.
and I teach adults, I teach children. I teach all different types of people, and I feel like what I try to implement
Yes,
in my teaching is like a supportive environment. That's the
awesome.
biggest thing. Like I want all my students to feel supported and comfortable and accepted. And in order for them to open up in my class, I have to get to
Yeah,
know them. You know,
awesome.
I have to, hear, get to know them and get to know what their interests are and what connects them to, music, because I'm a music teacher. So, in theater, what connects them to theater, the arts, anything, because that's it.
Absolutely.
That's how they're going to find more passion
Yes.
wanting to
Oh
learn
yeah.
if you get to know them and you
Uh,
help them and make them feel supported.
yes. So I
That's
was
the
wondering.
goal.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was a life coach to a couple of folks, I would definitely show them empathy and tell them I've been in. I'm going through the same garbage as you're going, like
Yeah.
the fear of being ghosted or rejected, secretly rejected, or for whatever reason. And apparently, I'd be a straight shooter to them. I'd be like no nonsense. Like I'm not gonna no fluff. No fluff is is the correct word.
Yeah.
No fluff, no sugar coating. But I'd be like there are ways around it still.
Yeah. And
They
I think
seem
that's
tough, but there are some people that are kind, but the human race is completely no good, I would say. But in my experience, but there are ways around it because there's still a handful of kind people, and sometimes it takes a while to find, or it can take a short time to find out to know where to look.
Yeah, I think it's easier to unfortunately, it's easier to kind of look at the negative with it because there is a lot of negativity. There's some not kind people out there.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be negative myself. I'm more like a Cafferty,
Yeah, you just
bluff.
got to find yourself to stay positive during that time, and also know that like everybody, everybody has problems.
Everybody has problems, yeah, myself included.
You know, nobody's perfect,
And usually the problems are caused by people.
and we all just need to be kind to one another.
Yeah, or some. I'm not. And if Oliver is here, I don't mean this toward him. I hope he doesn't get offended, but cats do aggravate me. They cause me. They
Yeah, the
cause
only
me.
cat that doesn't aggravate
Well,
you.
cats cause me. Whatever. Cats aggravate me like people do. They cause me problems. Cats cause me problems, but not Oliver, I guess. And
Yeah,
not
Oliver.
Figgy. If there was
Oliver's
a Figgy, if there was
a
a
good
cat
one.
named Figgy, I think he would be a good cat to cat like that because he's more like a dog. They're more like dogs.
Yeah,
Well, Oliver and Figgy, and then of course,
I'm definitely more. I actually am more of a cat person, but that's just because I grew up.
and Munchkin cats are cute too. Don't get me wrong, but I like dogs more so. Like Teddy's been
Yeah,
all
you're a dog person. That's okay.
Teddy is very loyal, and he gets anxious. He gets anxiety attacks. That's why he goes crazy because he gets anxiety attacks. And I have to hold Teddy and cuddle him and say,
Aw.
"Stay where you are, Russ. Be good, Teddy. Come on." Because Teddy gets afraid of horses. He gets afraid of other things.
Yeah, there's
Scared of horses.
I think animals sense, like, animals have feelings and emotions and all that stuff, and they also sense when we're going through stuff too. So I think they always
Dogs
try to.
are more human-like, though. I feel that dogs are closer to humans, especially
Yeah,
like
it's
Teddy.
because dogs are a lot more expressive.
Yeah.
But like there's some cats that are also very expressive though. Like Oliver, take Oliver for example. He's
He
definitely
has some
expressive.
intelligence.
He's
Yes.
very expressive. Right now, he's looking at the outside the window right now,
Oh, good for him. That's cool. That's cool.
enjoying the breeze.
You gotta love that. And Teddy's gonna go outside and play on his playground.
Yeah, but Ollie's my emotional support animal, so he knows like if I'm going through something, like if I'm upset or I'm having an anxiety attack or anything, Oliver can sense that and he comforts me.
It'd be nice to have Teddy as my emotional support, a family
Speaking of
member.
mental health awareness, it's great to have that.
And yeah, yeah, and or if I had a puppy named Cookie, I would make him. Yeah, Cookie's a boy. Yeah, Cookie would be my emotional support with
Yeah,
whoever.
ESA animals are awesome.
Yeah, I would love to have a puppy named Cookie or a pug or what
Yeah, look,
a
Aaron's got
golden doodle or a pug. Yeah, yeah.
Oliver's got
Oh,
his
that's his
license.
best. Oh, really? Oh my, that's nice. Cool, cool.
Yeah, that's his license.
I wonder if Oliver would lick me when I meet him.
Yeah, he's registered
Yes.
with the state.
Oh, good, good.
He's so cute. But
Yes.
yeah, I feel like animals are a good way to, get through mental health, finding things that you're passionate about, finding a support system of people that, have your back.
Yes, indeed. And Oliver would lick me if I met him, right? In person.
Yeah, he's very kind. He's like a dog. It's weird.
Yeah, he likes to lick, I know. But I want to show you, speaking of dogs, puppies, and I want to
Show
show
us
you
Teddy.
our whose birthday it is next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. I'm going to see him this Friday, too. I'm going to meet up with him. But stand by while I get him a good picture. Hold on. I just want to... It might not be Teddy, Eve, but maybe it might be, but you'll find out. And I think you might have a clue, but I just want the loyal friends and true to be surprised. But stand by while I show this to you on the thing. Can you see that? That's Teddy, yes.
There he
It's
is.
his
Look how
birthday,
cute he
May
is.
22. May the 22. Same birthday as Batman. Is it May the 22 or May the 23? Send me an email. I know it's next weekend, either May the 22 or May the 23. Well, anyway, that weekend we celebrate Pac-Man, Johnny Olson's birthday, Donna Ionetti. If you're out there, we celebrate your birthday too, and of course Teddy.
He's
And
so
Donna Ionetti sings
cute.
Donna aerobics. Yeah, be nice to get him registered with
He
the
looks like a teddy bear.
Richmond, Virginia. But yeah, he does look like a teddy
Look at
bear.
his little button nose.
Oh, you gotta love the button nose and his eyes.
He's so cute.
Yeah, sometimes he can be cute and happy, and sometimes he can be very anxious. But he
Hmm.
goes through
You get to
depression.
see him on Friday.
Yeah, hopefully you'll feel better. I'll film him so you'll see. I'll send you the film. Oh, I guess we got 5 minutes left. I hope we had a great. Oh, we want to tribute Dwayne Johnson. I've been doing
Oh yeah.
the buckets like you wouldn't believe. I've been well. Okay, the foods I've been really eating were like Cheetos cheese balls and fried chicken, of course. Either or the other from Popeyes or Roy Rogers, and of course Taco Bell. I've been eating. I'm trying to get back into better for you foods,
Hmm.
if you will. Maybe I'll buy some yogurts one day.
The yogurt. You know what I'm actually making for dinner tonight?
What?
So I'm doing a vegetarian meal because it's
Let's
very
see.
healthy.
Yeah.
I'm teriyaki roasted tofu with jasmine white rice.
Ah, you're lucky. Jasmine white rice and tofu, right?
Yeah, Aaron, doesn't really like tofu, but I was like, you've never had my tofu because the problem with tofu is you got to get the texture right.
Indeed.
If you don't get the texture right, it just tastes like a wet sponge.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
So what I do is you got to let it sit in paper towels to soak up the moisture. Then I put some starch, some soy sauce, and some salt, mix it in a bowl, and then I bake it for 25 minutes.
Ah,
And
absolutely.
that helps it make it super crispy. So we're having a really nice, healthy meal. Speaking of mental health awareness, it's really good to also take care of your body and be eating, good things here and there for your body as well.
It's good. Yeah, I gotta do that myself too. I mean, I ate a whole gallon of ice cream, and of course, I caught like the video disc. I got Top Gun delivered. Like I told you, I think I told you this before when we were talking on the phone before the show for
Mm-hmm.
taping. We were taping. I got Top Gun. Then I also got the Honeymooners, Lost Episodes
Nice.
6. Yes. And I got another 80s movie, Weekend at Bernie's. And I'm going to get the VHS tape of Meatballs too.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of 80s stuff. Oh, and I got an N64.
Mm.
Yeah, I did get an N64 with my return check from the paychecks, the refund check.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a Nintendo 64 because yeah, that was awesome. Ronald found it for me, so I covered him.
That's great.
I think that's how it happened. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, he showed me the link and I bought it. It was like a cheap version of it, and we got some more stuff coming for the N64. So
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Some good things, are coming your way. Keep,
I hope
having
so.
your show.
I miss you, Hannah, if you're catching this. So let me know how you're doing. But I hope she's doing okay. I really hope you're doing okay, Hannah, and I hope everything's going good. I know you're done with school for now until you want to make up some catch up classes. You said so. I wish you all the best.
Yeah. And also shout out to anybody who's watching. Uh,
Shout out to Emma Dark. Yes, I'm gonna see
Shout
her
out to
next
also
week.
anybody who is in need of mental health help. There's so many different websites available and resources out there.
Right, right.
So talk
And
to
feel free
people.
to talk to a life coach.
Yeah, and
They're very helpful.
And watch some 80s nostalgia. Like
Watch
Chris.
Top Gun. Yeah, well, hey, watch Top Gun. Watch. Yeah, exactly. Catch Top Gun meatballs too. Oh my God, is it time? Ah, damn it. We were having such a good time.
Dun,
Hey,
dun, dun.
I love you. I got your 6. Thank you so much, Eden. Love you. Got your 6. And catch on the other side. Eden, stay on the line because I'll see you after we go off the air. But I want to say I'm Chris Kennedy. We had a good time. Love you all. Got you 6. And take care, everybody. Thank you.
All right, see you.
See ya. Take care. And cut.